Are you struggling to manifest what you really want? Are you thinking about the Ferrari, the mansion on the beach, the perfect girl, the perfect man, boy, girl, woman, lady? It's hard to know which to use. I feel like we default to what we did as children, right? But are you struggling? And there's a reason why, and I'm going to tell you about it, and I'm going to show you what to do about it in this video. Now, have you ever heard of the phrase cognitive dissonance? In a nutshell, cognitive dissonance is when you have two beliefs that differ from each other. Now, ELI 5, explain like I'm 5, essentially when you're going, I want a Ferrari, and you're currently driving a Kia Rio, your brain goes, how do I bridge that gap? Or let's say if you're playing a video game, anyone play Dark Souls? Or let's say you have a game set on very hard. Your brain is going, this is too hard. I can't do that. So the belief essentially is counteracting the goal because there's no way for you to understand, conceptualize, or imagine how to close the gap. So cognitive dissonance is one of the secrets that the law of attraction that they don't tell you because it's more fun, it's more cute and fancy and oh my God, let's get that mansion on the beach, let's get the $1 billion. But if you're making $50,000 a year, your brain has no idea how to get to $1 million. But don't worry because there are things you can do to put the big goal on your radar and still step it in a way where you will be able to attain the thing that you want. So the first thing you want to do is get out a piece of paper, and you can do it with me right now if you want, or you can do it later, but just remember this. Now, outline all the areas of your life, career or income, partner, vehicle, house, whatever, health, wealth, wellness, family, friends, all the things that are most important to you that you currently want to improve. Now, what's the next step? What's the next jump from where you are currently? Now, write that down. So I used to have a Honda Sonata, love that car, and I wanted like a nicer car. So I didn't go and try to use a visualization where I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I'm in a Sonata now, so I guess I'll start looking for Lamborghinis. Because my brain's going, I don't understand that. And that's how I used to try to do my vision boards. Oh, sick, bro. If I just throw this $10 million house up on my board right there, and I just look at it and I go, all right, tight. It's there. So where is it? But what winds up happening is when you are where you are, and wherever that may be, you maybe have a $10 million house, you want a $20 million house. Maybe you're renting and you just want a nicer apartment with more bedrooms or like something different. And I'm using material things because those are the things that are most easy to conceptualize, at least for the examples here. But use it for all areas. If you're out of shape and you want to get back in shape, don't think about having a six pack. Think about, okay, cool. What's the next step in this journey? And then what we're going to do is list all those out. Now you're going to list what I call the goal beyond the goal. Now, this is a goal that is attainable, but it's a stretch. Your brain is not going to want a stretch goal right away. We need a goal that you can visualize that is not a step over goal, but a goal that's going to require you to know that you did the work using your thoughts to dictate your feelings and your actions. Okay, so let's use the example of a car. I had a Honda Sonata. I wanted like a tier up like luxury vehicle. So I looked at 3 different cars. I went and shopped for them. I drove them. I tested them, did my calculations. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to imagine having this car, and now I know the actions that I need to take. So now I start seeing synchronicities. At the current time, all my income was from a job that I had. I used to be a recruiter in the healthcare field. So, okay, Now I'm able to see synchronicities where things start falling in my lap. All of a sudden, these super high paying positions came in that I was able to still pay people a lot of money, but also make a significant amount of money for myself. And then I rolled that into what became a more high level income, maybe about 30% higher. And I was able to afford the vehicle. Okay. So a lot of the thought change is what's helping what's called your reticular activation system start seeing synchronicities. So you change the thought, you have a goal that is doable, but maybe a little bit like stretch, but it makes you feel good. Because when you have a goal that is undoable, your brain doesn't believe is possible, what does that do? It makes you feel bad. How am I going to get there? God, I'm a loser. That's unattainable. Man, it would be sick to have a Lambo. But, and I've talked about this before, if you had all the abundance in the world, would you really buy a Lamborghini? Would you really take your X amount $1 million and splurge it on a Lambo? What you'd probably do is something intelligent where you could like lease a luxury vehicle on your business, right? Because you've created that savvy from doing the work. And you don't need to have frivolous things when you're abundant. Now, if you want a Lamborghini, that's totally fine. But what winds up happening when I notice a lot of people do become wealthy is they don't want to spend their money on stuff like that. Now, they want to have some nice things. And there are people that like to splurge, and that's fine. If you want to drive a fucking $300,000 car, dude, get one. If that makes you feel good, if it genuinely makes you feel good, then that's what I want you to have. But the first step to creating isn't to imagine the thing that's at the end of the road that's so high, because who knows if your ideal self would even want that thing. So find the next goal. Okay, boom. Next goal. Now, what's the goal beyond that goal? Okay, so my first car that I wound up getting a Cadillac. And then the car I wanted after that, and this is going to change because our preferences change all the time, but it's a fun activity because then what winds up happening is your brain goes, okay, well, this goal is doable. And this goal, I'm pretty sure that I can accomplish. And then it makes the goal between the two seem easy because you know you needed to get to the next goal. So your brain just goes, cool, whatever, that's easy. Let's just get there. So what winds up happening is you wind up outperforming on your original goal on your path to the goal beyond the goal. Now, another goal beyond the goal can be summed up in a way like, what is the thing you want actually make you feel? Now, I've told my story about how I've kind of like made and lost a significant amount of money in 2023. And that's when I realized my goal wasn't money. My goal beyond that goal was a feeling that abundance made me feel, safety, security, freedom. That's the ultimate. Okay, cool. How do I do things that make me feel free? Is there a job that gives me full autonomy that still allows me to make good money? Are there people that I can be around that don't limit my ability to control my outcomes and what I do? Are there boundaries I need to set in my life that make me feel more free? Are there activities I can do that make me feel abundant, that make me feel joy? So instead of me thinking I wanted this ethereal thing that's more just a concept, okay, now I'm a steward of money. Money is a tool. And how can I use this tool to get the things that make me feel the way that I thought money would make me feel when I had it? Now, we all are just searching for a feeling, right? So make sure you attach the why and the feeling. Don't worry about the how. The how is where people get stuck. And now most goal setting is going to tell you who, what, when, how, where, why, whatever. The how is not our domain. Our domain is to know without a shadow of a doubt that the thing we want will come to fruition. But it's important that we make it a thing that our brain believes we can have. And I'm telling you right now, I've tried to do the thing where I visualize this life that's above and beyond my conceptualization, like well above and beyond. I'm on the yacht. I'll wake up. The sun is beaming on my face and the sweet kiss of the salty air is tickling my eyelashes. Like your brain is like you can do that a fucking million times. In my experience, it's not going to get you there. Unless you can truly desensitize yourself to where that feels normal, dude, go do it. But another thing that we can do is put yourself in situations where you can feel comfortable. I told the story about how I went to the Rolex store and I felt like I didn't belong there. And I kept going back. Okay, cool. Now I feel like I belong here. So there is a way you can desensitize to things. But once I had enough money to buy a Rolex, I didn't want a Rolex because that's why. Like, I don't need that. And so figure out, okay, what's the goal? 10 categories. Pick the ones that are most important to you. If you want to start with 5, fine. Just get in the process of it. Don't worry about the whole SMART goal thing. You can tackle that later. And if you want to know what SMART goals are, it's like, I'd have to look it up. I can't think of it off the top of my head because I'm ADDing hard right now. And I get excited when I make these videos and I have to like consciously speak slower. So figure out, okay, have I set a goal that's too big that's actually counterproductive because I've introduced cognitive dissonance? I'm starting to feel bad about this goal because I have no idea how to get there. And when you feel bad during the creative process, you negate its performance. Now, the universe isn't going, well, Joe's thinking about Ferrari, so we're going to give him a Ferrari. The universe is saying, this person's vibrating at the frequency of this thing. And if you're vibrating at the frequency of lack when you think of the thing, you're going to keep pushing it away and it's going to keep you feeling bad about not having it. And that's why it's so important to make sure we are tapering little stretch, little stretch, little stretch our goals in a way where our brain can latch onto it. And it makes manifesting so much easier and faster. Okay. I did a goal setting thing. I do it every month, or I'm sorry, I do it every year. 2024 goals, 2025 goals, in January. It makes me feel good. And it's exciting. But there are always things that I believe are attainable, but more in a way where it's like, damn, I would feel so good if I accomplished that. Not like cool, I made $1,000. I'm going to make $1,001. It's like, I'm going to increase my income by 50%, 30%, like a significant bump, because I know at the end of the day, I'm building on it, right? Because then the next year's the next stretch. And then you look back and you go, holy shit. I made enough money to pay off my student loans. And I didn't even really mean to. I just set this intention and believed it and then moved on and did the work. So take the goals where you're at. Figure out if you've created too big of a stretch. Now you can think about, I love when the balloons come. Can I get the thumb? How do you get the thumb? Somebody show me. Do I got to do this? All right. So to sum it up, cognitive dissonance is blocking your ability to create the reality that you want. This is going to make a really good short. Cognitive dissonance, you have the belief, and there's a gap between them. I want a Ferrari, but I'm driving a Kia Rio. Your brain can't conceptualize that gap. Now, what's the space between the Ferrari and the Kia Rio? There's probably a couple gaps. Now, make it a goal that's exciting, but believable. Now, pick that for every category. Maybe it's your perfect partner. Now, if you're with your perfect partner, then spend time in gratitude for that person, because being grateful for the things that you have makes it so easy to get things you're grateful for. So easy. It's probably one of the easiest things to do. And just remind yourself. I get a reminder on my phone from my Amazon Echo, Alexa, I see you, twice a day in the morning. Start the day being grateful. Oh man, I love this thing, that thing. Oh dude, it's so cool that I got a good sleep last night. Oh man, I'm glad my Fitbit's charged. Oh, I get to do this fun stuff today. And then end of the day, oh wow, that thing I accomplished was cool. Oh man, that person I talked to, that fun occurrence. Oh man, I moved around on my feet today. I'm lucky I have feet. So take the goal, go one level. Now make the goal beyond the goal. Stretch it one level. It's literally that easy. And then spend time in the morning. It's what I found to be the best time to do this, because your subconscious mind is more accessible. But at some point in the day, visualize that dream life. Perfect partner. You have a partner. Spend time being grateful for them. What's the the beautiful room, the beautiful life, all the things that are in your goals. Imagine going and living that life. Imagine if you want health or get your body in shape, going to the gym is part of that day. Imagine if you want a nicer car, that car's in your garage. And you spend time feeling the feelings of having those things. And what winds up happening is your reticular activation system, your RAS, it turns on and it goes, I've been told by the master of the mind, the brain, that these things are important. Now I will filter for things that can help reinforce this belief. And you'll start seeing people, things, opportunities, synchronicities that support your belief. And it is a belief that you can believe because it isn't so far out of reach that you can feel good about it when you think about it. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, I'm so happy and grateful that you're on this journey with me. If you like this video, please leave a like. I had to figure out which finger to point down because I don't know if this video flips around, but I'm just going to do this. Just click both sides. I don't know which the other side is, but there's probably something fun on that side. Subscribe. That would be freaking dope. I'd love to get this to 1,000 subscribers. That's my first goal. Let's set it to go at 100. Let's get to 100. Got to 13. That's pretty cool. And what I'm going to be super excited about is when I look back on this and go, wow, remember when I said I had 13 and I was excited about it? Okay? Like those little wins, man. You got to find gratitude. You got to find grated cheese in the little wins. All right, that's it. I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Peace, love, be good.